Hi guys, I'm Emma.
And I'm Jasmine,
and we're Too Much to Handle,
a podcast where we talk about the highs and lows of high school.
Thank you for tuning in, and we hope you enjoy. Jello!
Hello!
It's Emma and Jasmine
It's
again.
Gemma and Jasmine.
Are you tired of us yet?
I hope so.
not. I hope so.
not. I hope not.
Suddenly, we have pink stuff all over our face.
How did that happen?
Bet you're wondering where that came from. Well, we can't tell you because it's a secret.
Pink dinosaur. I mean, it's a secret.
Uh-huh. Okay. Let's get right into it. Okay?
We're hopping in.
Like little bunnies. Okay. So last week, we talked about
Athletics.
Ballers and
Cheerleaders.
and
hitters.
golfers
And throwers.
and bowlers.
And archers.
All that jazz.
But this week, we're talking about...
Bullying.
We've heard it. You guys are bullying us.
Yep, we're being bullied. Nope, just kidding. We heard from a good loyal fan of ours, who we love very much, who we will not be saying her name, or his name, that we should talk on here about bullying.
Bullying.
Now, class, would anyone like to tell me what we call bullies? Hint, look at my face.
Pick me, teacher.
Yes, Jasmine.
Clown.
Yep, we call bullies clowns because they're just clowning around if they think that being mean to people makes them cool. Right, Jasmine?
Yes, Miss Emma.
Good job. So, you might be wondering, in that silly little head of yours,
That one.
you know thinking is bad for you, so don't think too hard. But you might be pondering a little bit. Why are you talking about bullying? What's that gonna do? What's the importance of talking about bullying?
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
talking about bullying is very important.
Because it goes on anywhere and everywhere.
Yes.
It happens anywhere and everywhere. And it's important to be aware of it.
Mm-hmm. It's important to know what it looks like. It's important to know the different types. And it's important to know how we can prevent it and the small steps we can take to make sure bullying is not going on around us.
Yeah.
So, again, in that silly little head of yours, you might be thinking, well, Emma, well, Jasmine, well, Too Much to Handle. What can you define as bullying? Jasmine, would you like to tell us?
Yes. So, our good friend Google is telling me that bullying is the repetitive, intentional hurting of one person or group by another person or group where the relationship involves an imbalance of power. Bullying can be physical, verbal, or psychological, and it can happen face-to-face or online.
Thank you for that, Jasmine. So, there's your answer.
Bullying's all around us. It's happening. And it's just a good thing to be aware of.
It is a very good thing to be aware of. So, let's give some examples of bullying, okay? Me and Jasmine, we are very good actors, so we are going to act out some scenarios for you now, okay?
Okay.
Scenario number 1. Hey, Jasmine.
Hi, Emma.
Why is there paint on your pants?
Oh, I just like paint in these pants, and I really like them.
You shouldn't come to school with paint on your pants.
Well, it's my only pair of black leggings I have right now.
You look stupid. That is a scenario of bullying because one person is making fun of another person's clothing that they are wearing. And this might, to some people might be like, that's not bullying, Emma. What are you talking about? Actually, good try, but it is bullying. making fun of someone's appearance, whether you are friends with them or not.
Yeah. It's not.
If
Okay.
the other person does not think it's funny, if the other person is hurt by it, even if the other person is not hurt by it, it's still considered bullying.
Yeah.
You're still bullying. Okay?
Okay. And that, like, I think is categorized too as like a verbal bullying, because you're doing it face to face with someone, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not actually like pushing them, shoving them, or anything, but you are saying something to them that's causing them hurt. You're hurting their feelings.
Yes.
Next.
Scenario number 2.
Hi, Emma.
Hi, Jasmine.
What are you doing?
I'm just doing my homework. Punch!
That's stupid. Why are you doing your homework on a Friday?
All right. Let's chit chat about that one. So, Miss Jasmine, would you like to tell me why that is bullying?
Because I punched you with my pillow
With her pillow.
because I made fun of you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, bullying is not only harmful. This is the more like known type of bullying.
Yeah.
I feel like all types of bullying are really known, but like
Yeah.
this is like when you think of like bullying in movies, you think of this,
Yeah.
which is like the physical form of bullying. All right. So, punching, kicking, tripping, spitting, pulling hair, shoving. Sorry, Evelyn Bird. I push you a lot, and I'm sorry for that. It's my love language, but it's still not nice.
Still not nice. But and like, okay, like in the movies, there's like always like the like, give me your lunch money, and like the push of whatever, like that's your like stereotypical like bullying. And like I feel like people are like just brush it over of like it's stereotypical, it doesn't happen, but it does. People do that. That's bullying. And it's okay.
Not okay. Scenario number 3. All right. Hi, Jasmine.
Hi, Emma. I'm so glad to hear your voice on the phone.
So I just want to let you know that I think you're really stupid and dumb, and yeah, I just like I don't think I'm gonna be friends with you, and I don't think anyone should ever be friends with you. And I'm telling you this over the phone.
Because you're too scared to say it to my face?
I'm too scared to say it to your face.
Okay, bye.
All right. Let's talk about that one. So, this scenario is not face-to-face bullying. It's not physical. They're not saying it to each other's faces. It is online bullying, cyberbullying,
Yeah.
all that.
Social, in a way.
Yeah. So, obviously, in our little scenario we were on the phone. But, obviously, like, online bullying, like, is also, like, rude texts, threatening texts.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of times it's, like, on, like, Snapchat or, like, on, like, game room, like, chats or...
on GroupMe.
And, like, just text in general. Like, or even, like, when you think about, like, Facebook. Like, Facebook moms really like to go at each other with, like, posts sometimes.
Yeah. So...
and that's a form of cyberbullying.
I feel like cyberbullying is, like, the least talked about among the types of bullying.
Yeah.
Because it's, unfortunately, now that the internet is so big, I say now like I've lived in a time when the internet is not big, but since the internet is big, it's the one that happens the most. And people don't really, like, acknowledge that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I think it's a lot of times the most hurtful, if you think about it, because you can't see that person's face. You don't know if they're just saying that to say it or if they truly mean it. And so and it's like most of the time you can't like unsee that text or unsee that post. Like it's stuck in your brain. And it can be really hard.
All right. So now that we've discussed some scenarios and types of bullying, let's get into the impact that bullying can have on people.
Yeah.
I know firsthand how impactful bullying can be. Obviously, like, there's like the initial, like, if someone's being bullied, their feelings are going to get hurt. Some people can take that easier than others. But what a lot of people don't understand is that bullying can be a life threatening
Situation.
situation.
Yeah.
There's like a girl on that she's not on TikTok, but there's like this girl going around TikTok who her name is Aubrey Wyatt.
Mm.
And unfortunately, she did take her own life because there were girls at her school that were bullying her. And the girls there, they were bullying her pretty intensely. They were making, threatening videos, sending her rude things over Snapchat. I think there might have been some like in school physical stuff, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
But even though her bullying led to her obviously passing away because it was intense, what a lot of people don't understand that a lot of people don't understand that for some people it can just take a hurtful word or two for them to contemplate if they're worth it or not.
Yeah.
And me and Jasmine, we're here to tell you that you are worth it, no matter what
your life is valuable.
What any person has to say about you.
Yeah.
We may be sitting here with silly pink paint on our face, looking dumb, sitting in this room in my house that is filled with clutter and junk and just happens to be a couch in here. So we may be sitting here all silly and goofy, but we take this very seriously.
Yeah. We may be silly all the time and just be hyper and all that, but we care about you. And we want to make sure that you are seen and you're known and you're valued because you are. And we see you. Mm-hmm. And we love you.
We love you so much.
Yeah.
So, obviously, there can be that, like, life-ending impact of bullying. But a little less intense than that, there are so many other, there's so many other impacts that can have on the person being bullied.
And truly, like, to, like, less extreme of, like,
outcomes.
Right. Like, the least worst thing you could do is ruin someone's day. And I know that sounds like that's the least worst thing you can do, but it is bad. Like, why
you don't want to ruin someone's day.
No.
If you in your mind you're like, oh, I love to ruin someone's day, we're so sorry, because you must have a lot going on.
Yeah.
In your head, at school, at home, because no one feels that way just because. Obviously we are here for the people that are being bullied, but we are also here for the people that feel the need to bully others.
Yeah.
Because we know that you don't just do that because it's fun. You do it because there is something deeper happening.
Yeah. I think, again, like, making someone's day bad is just such a hurtful thing to do. And, like, if you look at it and if you think about, what you're about to say, and if you kind of know the person a little, if you've bullied them before, if you've heard them before, like, and you know that maybe that's gonna hurt their feelings, probably shouldn't say it. And I know it's like, think before you speak, that's such brush off the shoulder. Like, no, like, think before you speak, because truly, again, you can ruin someone's day, you can ruin someone's week, you can ruin someone's life by saying things. and doing things. And it's really and that also hurts other people around them. Not just like the person being bullied, but if my best friend is getting bullied, I'm going to be hurt too, because no one should be doing that to my best friend.
Anyways, so obviously bullying affects the person being bullied. Dadoy. That's kind of given knowledge. But I think a lot of people don't also realize that bullying affects the bully and affects the people around.
Mm-hmm.
And you talked about that with like,
Mhm.
my best friend's being bullied, I'm gonna be hurt too because that's my best friend. No one should be bullying her.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's that, like, it affects the people around the situation because obviously, like, they're around this bully, and perchance the bully also treats them that way.
Yeah.
Or they're also around the person being bullied, and perhaps that makes the person being bullied less happy, less cheerful, just less appearing. And then there's also the bully. Again, people don't really think about this. Now, think about the fact that the bully is being affected by the bullying. Whether that's it's making them into even more of a cruel person, or it's making them, you know what I mean.
I think it's also like we're so quick to bully the bully. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
when someone in your friend group is being bullied, everyone else is like, well, let's go make fun of that person, or let's go be mean to that person. And it's so easy to do that. Like, no. But like, now, you know, like, thinking about it, it's like, do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
For example, one of, going back to the Aubrey Wyatt situation, the names of the girls came out, and everyone that, you know, knew about the Aubrey Wyatt situation, who felt bad for Aubrey, who was like standing behind her family.
Yeah.
I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them went for the necks of these girls. And obviously what these girls did was so wrong.
Right.
They were so intensely mean to Aubrey that she felt the need to end her own life. But I don't think people realize, when you go after these girls who bullied someone, you are becoming the bully.
Yeah.
There are people, trigger warning, there are people telling these girls, kill yourself. Like, you don't deserve to live for what you did. And people do not realize that those are probably things that they had said to Aubrey.
Right. That's doing exactly what they did.
You do not, these girls made a mistake, and I'm not agreeing with what they did. Obviously, they did something horrible.
Right.
But we cannot go and be mean to these girls as well.
Yeah.
They're young. We all make mistakes. And I don't want that to be taken out of context. Like, well, it's just a little mistake they made.
No.
But they don't need for you to go and attack them.
Right.
That is not making them a better person. I'm not saying it's making them a worse person, but that's making you a worse person if you're going after a bully because you found out that they were being mean to someone. They're not the only bully in this situation anymore.
Right. it turns into a bigger situation. And again, we're not saying we're condoning the bullier for bullying someone. It's just you going after the bullier isn't going to help the situation, and can lead to you being bullied or you bullying other people.
So I think that's all our like really nitty gritty, like super deep stuff
Yeah.
that we're gonna talk about. But that's not it. Some people will talk when they're being bullied, but some people, they're not gonna come out and say like, "Hey, I'm being bullied,"
Right.
because like it's a terrible situation to be in, and they're not gonna be like, "I'm being bullied." So
Right.
there are signs. If it's not easy to tell, but you can tell, right? Fish sticks.
Yeah.
Fish stick says yeah.
He does.
I thought Fish stick was a girl.
She does.
Okay.
I think too, like most of the time people don't come out and say that they're being bullied because normally they don't have like a safe place to go to say, hey, I'm being bullied. And so going back to like every episode we talk about, having a community for other people like is such an important thing. Building up your own community is such a good thing because you have someone to go to. And I think it's hard to again say like, hey, I'm being bullied, because I don't know about anyone else, but for me it's kind of like embarrassing to like admit it, if that makes sense. Like it's like I don't know if that's the right word, Emily, but it's like it's hard to say, hey, I'm being bullied, or hey, this is happening to me, and you feel like vulnerable. Maybe that's more of the word I'm looking for.
So what are some of the signs that people are being bullied? I feel like a big one is lack of interest in things that would normally interest a person.
Yeah.
Like, say someone is really into art. They love art class. And suddenly they're just, they're not doing things. So yeah. Suddenly they are uninterested in art. They're not, doing their projects. They're not into it.
Yeah.
And that's 100% a sign that something is going on. And perhaps it's maybe not bullying, but that is a sign that someone is being made fun of.
Yeah. I think too, like there's another sign of like, this isn't as big, I don't feel, but like if you're doing partner work or you're being put in groups and there's like a big like worry on their face when they're being put in a partner with someone or being put in a group with someone. But that can be a sign of there's some bullying happening.
All right. So say you notice that a friend is being bullied.
What do you do?
What do you do? How can you support someone who is being bullied, who's having a hard time?
Yeah. I think I heard this at a conference I was at. And it's better, like, so the best thing you can do is to be there for someone. And instead of saying like, I know what you're going through or I understand how you feel, don't say that, because truly you don't. You're not them. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what they're feeling. You may have had a similar situation where you felt that way, but you don't know what their feeling are whatever. But you can say, I'm here for you. What do you need? Like you can ask them, do you need me to do something? Do you need me to be a listening ear? Do you need me to be a quiet shoulder for you to cry on? That is like the best thing that you can do for someone, in my opinion.
So, if a friend is being bullied, I know, sometimes that friend will come to you in confidence and say, "Hey, I'm being bullied. Please don't tell anyone else." And I know that you want to do what your friend asks you to do. If your friend says don't tell anyone, you want to respect them and not tell
Right.
anyone. But I'm telling you, not telling anyone is not respecting your friend.
No.
Even if they're asking you, please don't tell anyone. Keeping it to yourselves is not going to fix anything. You guys cannot fix anything by yourself. And I'm sorry about that.
But it's
I
true.
know you want to, but it's true. There needs to be a bigger person to step in.
Yeah. Like a trusted adult.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of times, at least in high school, from what I've witnessed and from what I've done personally too, underclassmen usually go to tell like upperclassmen or their friends, and that's it. But getting a trusted adult involved,
A coach, a teacher,
yeah,
an admin,
a counselor, like, is gonna be so much better than just going to your friend or going to your teammate, going to someone else and saying, "Hey, I'm getting bullied. Don't tell anyone." I don't know. I mean, you can go to them. I'm not telling you not, but I feel like it's better to go to a trusted adult first.
Yeah. And a lot of like schools have that like see something, say something kind of thing where like you can anonymously report something. And that can get a little tricky if you're the only one that your friend has told. But at that point, what more can you do? You need to do what's right for your friend.
Yeah.
You need to do what's safe and healthy for them. Let's talk about some resources for people being bullied. Obviously, community.
Yes.
Trusted adults.
Yeah.
School counselors, principals, admin, teachers, all that.
You go to a youth group, your youth group leaders, your small group leaders.
We've touched on that, so we won't really get into that.
Yeah.
But there's also hotlines for bullying. And I don't think a lot of people know that. Obviously there's mental health hotlines and domestic abuse hotlines. But I don't think a lot of people realize that there are bullying hotlines.
Yeah.
Places that you can go to get help with bullying. And we will put those right here, right now. So if you need them, screenshot this.
And say, I think, at least from what I remember, public schools have it like in offices too. Like they have like cards or stuff, which I know it's like hard to like go find them or remember where they are, but I'm pretty sure schools normally have something about that too. If it's like you need at school or something, but they will have the like either it's like a card or like a pamphlet flyer that has the helplines on there too.
So there's a little chit chat about bullying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get deep for a second. Okay. At school recently and at home, I have been being bullied by my friend Jasmine because she will not let me have an outro.
Hi. just me today. I came over to Emma's house and she was sleeping, so I thought I would just record. Oh,
Doing my homework. I thought you were gonna say like punch or something. Oh, your battery's low.
I'll charge your battery.
So, ooh, that was rough. Let me just. Okay. Did you bring me your mug? Bad girl. Bad girl. How would Mimi and Addie feel about that? And Kaylee too.
Kaylee needs to give us her plate.
Kaylee, we want our plate, please. Your plate
Kaylee.
that you made for us. I'm an airplane.
I don't know what your airplanes sound like, but my airplanes don't sound like that.
You've never been on an airplane.
I have like 7 in my house.
In your house?
Yeah.
Like actually like inside your house.
Yeah. Have you seen it's mansion?
It's ginormous. There's an airplane garage with 7 airplanes in it. Obviously.
So I get away from my senior assassins.
Yeah.
I fly away.
You fly away in your airplane. Most people aren't. I'm being bullied. Oh. Anyways. So. So you're just always from 8C. If you want to get with me, you got listen carefully. You got it doesn't come for free. Yeah, you'll see.